So I know when you first start belly dancing, it can be overwhelming because there are so many different things to learn. But in this video, I'm going to break it down really easily for you, the 6 things that you need to know to be the best dancer you can be. Okay, hi Shimmy Shakers and welcome to Belly Dancer Diaries. If you're new to my channel, please check it out. Heaps of video tutorials, inspiration and workouts as well. New videos every Tuesday, so subscribe and you'll be notified what is released and when it is released. Okay, so number 1 thing you need to know to be the best dancer you can be is your basics. So our basic belly dancing moves are our shimmies, our figure 8s, our undulations and our hip drops. Once you know these 4 moves, pretty much everything builds on these. From all our different moves, there's a couple that don't quite fit in with these, but otherwise nearly everything is one of those 4. Make sure you get your basics right from the outset. See a belly dancing teacher, make sure your posture is strong, and once you've learned them, you are already on your way to becoming the best belly dancer you can be. Okay, number 2, this really sets people out from beginners low level to people who are intermediate to advanced dancers, and that is your hands. Hands are so important in belly dancing. You can imagine, you can see if I'm doing something like this, like my figure 8 looks fine, but the whole thing doesn't look that good, does it? Whereas when I'm here, I've got energy in my fingers, I've got my arms out, I can even do a little flow with the wrists. And how much of a difference does that make to our performance? So if you think about when you are giving a show, you can be doing the best hip shimmy ever, but as soon as you do something like this, where your hands are too energetic and they're really stiff when you're meant to be in a classical oriental style, you've given away that you're not the best belly dancer you could be. And same thing if you've got the other way and you're just keeping your hands and your fingers too relaxed. Same with your arms, you're doing your nice shimmy, but how does that frame your body? Nice and long. The other thing with your hands as well is of course your arms. So instead of keeping your elbows close to your body, you want to keep them nice and away. There's a few things when you're doing shoulder shimmy, it's okay to have them in a little bit just because it's easier to get the move. But otherwise, it's nice to keep your arms nice and long, nice and balletic, really framing your move. Okay, third thing that really is going to make you into the best belly dancer you can be is your feet. Feet are really important. If you think about when you're doing a move like your sweep, for example, if I'm here, it's totally different to be here. So you can see, pointed toe makes such a difference. Same when you're coming out, if I'm coming here, it's totally different if I've got my foot pointed versus foot flexed. And it's a giveaway straight away for your audience. It's a really easy thing for them to pick up and it just breaks the line. So try and keep those feet nice and pointed, as well as keeping energy in your hands. And you're on your way. Okay, number 4, the thing to think about to be the best belly dancer you can be is your face, your facial expression. So hands, feet and face are the real giveaways to someone who feels comfortable with their dancing, but also is higher level from beginner to more advanced. I know the facial expressions can be really hard, especially when you're trying to think about what you're doing. And so that is why it's important to practice it as well. So if you've got a happy song, you might want to smile, but you want to be able to give a genuine smile that you're enjoying it, not like a forced like, oh, I've got to smile, so I'm really trying hard to smile, because that doesn't look great either. But if you've just got your natural smile into your dance and you are enjoying it, that helps so much too. Same thing, if you're dancing to a really sad piece of music, you wouldn't want to have a massive smile on your face because it's a giveaway that actually you don't know what you are doing. Okay, number 5 ties into that, and that is to know your music. So Egyptian music is a lot more complicated than some of our other Western music, well, depending on the styles, but there's lots of things to think about it, and it can be a totally different way of thinking about it. So when you're dancing to the melody, it's totally different to how we might dance to lyrical dance normally. As well as that, you also want to know the history and the lyrics of your music. So for example, as I've always said, you wouldn't want to dance to a breakup song at a wedding. I mean, you wouldn't do that in any culture, I don't think. So in belly dancing, same thing goes. You want to know that music and you want to be able to perform to that music. So that involves listening to the music, but as well knowing what the history of it is. Okay, and number 6, this is much easier to say than to do, and it takes a long time, but it's so important to belly dancing, and that is to know yourself. I think often in belly dancing, the older you are, the better you can get, because the more confident you are, and the more you know yourself, the more you can bring to your performance. Often, I know even when I first started, I was quite young and it was difficult to do those kind of moves and control a room because you don't necessarily have that confidence and knowledge in yourself. So once you've found all these things, you know all these things, you are on your way to being the best belly dancer you can be. I hope these tips help you. Let me know in the comments if there's any tips that you really struggle with, or if you have any others that you'd like to share if you're a seasoned dancer. And always happy dancing. Bye.